the start of the game here. The Dorchester Dragons opening up the Andy Presero Memorial Tournament against the host Fort Erie Meteors. But Dorchester sitting right back down. Run there by McClellan, keeping that one in deep. Now they're going to go on the other side and they're able to get it out. Smith's on it. Smith now sends that back towards the line. Now it's going to be sent all the way in. And Bacher chasing that one down. Johnson's now on it, trying to flick it back over to in there by Clark. In there. Allen trying to turn back on it. It's not able to get to it. For the Fort Erie players, sends that in deep. Erie just had that one slip off his stick as he comes across the blue line. Norton picks that one up off the stair stick and sends that out in the crowd. And we get our first stop of the play at 8:55. Blue line, but not over. Terry's going to pick it up in his corner. Off the glass, off the boards and down. Now it's out. Curra now has it, sends it on to the keeper. Wilsey now on it. Curra going to pick that one up behind the net, sends one out front, just in too tight. No one's out front there. Puck deflects off the body and over. Clark comes in to send it in further deeper. Wilsey now on it. Defenseman that gets to the line but not out. Held in. Smith. Fort Erie player sending it out of the play into the mesh. Penalty coming here. Let's see who that's on. Looks like it's going to be on Wilsey. 2 minutes for cross-checking. And with that, 40 will go on the first power play of the game at 8:14 left in the first period. Send back to the point, back over to his partner. No lane to shoot, pivots around, sends it back along to his partner. Back down low, that bit's off a skate. Control off the glass and out. So we're going to face off down in the Dorchester end. Back to the line, but not out. Good play there, knocking him down, getting after it. Candy working hard. Killing off some more time. Fort Erie now pivoting back. Bringing it through the neutral zone, but Devine's there. Devine now steals it, sends it back to Clark. Killing again, killing more time off. They can get that puck out, and they do. And send that the length of the ice. Delaney out there pressuring. Delaney skipping that off. Now he's got it there, sends it back to Curra. He sends it back out to the neutral zone. Oh, right on the Curra's body there. Knocks it down though. Sends it back across. 50 seconds left on their power play. And the player streaking on the side. Stairs there with a stick. Still deflecting that towards the boards. And sending it back down low. Delaney pressuring forward. He's going to go back to his teammate on the point. Just cross ice. Now back to the point. Now that's tipped away by Curra. Back out to the neutral zone. 28 seconds left in the penalty. Now 40 are streaking up the other side. Trying to cut right through the middle. That's kind of dangerous play to do that. Two defensemen converge. They got the puck. Now sending a shot in. That's off. Now it's going to be scooped up there by Johnson. Uses some soccer stills to get back on it. Still onto it. Penalty coming up here for Erie. hooking penalty. And with that, there's 2 seconds still left in the Dorchester penalty. They'll go on a power play in 2 seconds. So basically setting up now. Wilsey will come out of the box, join the play. See the 4 for Fort Erie sending up. Got the players ready here. One dry Dorchester. Send back in deep. Keaton got bumped off and puck there. Curra is on it. Wilsey came to the bench. Curra came out as replacement. And on to the power play. Smith walks the line a little. Sends that one in deep. Curra's on it. Oh, let it go. Keaton's over there now on it. Collins sends that back to the point. Smith has it. Back to McClellan. McClellan stepping in. Goes down low to Keaton, but it's out of his reach. Delaney now comes out. Penalty coming again. Delay call. Stair got to the bench. Then we got another cross-check penalty coming to Fort Erie. So Dorchester will have a 5-on-3 power play for a minute 22. Let's see what they can do with it. Johnson getting ready for the draw here. Going back to Fort Erie. Go back up through the middle, right on the stair, sets it up for Smith. Smith coming from behind his net, pass it out to Keaton. Keaton's now skating up through the neutral zone, gains the line. Gets a shot through, looking for a backdoor tapper there by Johnston. Back to the point, Smith has it, he goes down low to Keaton. Keaton goes cross ice. Nice passing play there, just tipped out behind the back of the net. We go out to Smith for a one-timer. Shot off the keeper, not a play. 43 seconds left in the 2-man advantage. Personnel changing for both teams. .4:59 left in the first period. Draw one back by Dorchester. Clark sends it over to Dean, who sends that shot around the keeper. Got a good glove. No traffic up front. Waving Candy out. Wilson comes in for the draw. Quickly dropped by the linesman. Candy sends it over, but out of the zone. Dorchester will tag up here. Carey now has it. Sends it back over to the middle. Thomas trying to send that in deep. Fort Erie player was there. Wilsey now picks that up. He's turning towards the zone. He sends it off to the boards. Devine has it. He sends it out over to Dean. Dean goes for a shot. Keeper's there though. Blockers it over in the corner. First man's out of the box. Stair gonna set it up. So now Fort Erie's only 1 man short. I don't know what's going on the boards. On the penalties, the boards. Which penalty is the one we gotta worry about? Should be the 20 seconds, I think. Unless it was a 4-minute penalty. I don't think it was. 12 seconds, he should be back out of the box. Clark stepping over the line. Sends it back. Delaney, nice move there. Now going behind the net. Knock on a first now, back to even strength. Even. On. Keeper deflects that up on the glass. Trying to flick that one towards the front of the net. Smith's going to stop that before it hits the blue line. Now he's got it again. Goes for it, looks for his partner. So a shot on the far side. Keeper's there for a save. just over Candy stick. Now club that down the ice. That should go for icing. And 2:41 remaining here in the first period. They've taken that other penalty off the board because it shouldn't have been there. And now we're back to solid even strength hockey at 2:41 left in the first period. Score knotted at 0. Fort Erie now have it, sending around back of the net. Held in there by Kate. Johnston going for a shot attempt. Just put it there. No, it plays pass over. It's there. Trying to go for a return pass. Fire the puck on net, boys. 2:20 left here. 2:22. Fort Erie aces the puck on that play. Dorchester giving them everything they got. Just unable to get a shot off out front there in tight. See what they got in this. Fort Erie keeping the same group out. Dorchester doing the same. Johnston wins the draw. Colin picks it up. Sends a lobber in past the keeper or over in the corner. Now Fort Erie send that out of the zone. And they're going to take some personal here by both teams. .2:12 remaining here in the third. Or in the first. Sorry. I'm trying to jump ahead. I hope by the third there's some more goals for Dorchester. Kura chasing this one down in the corner. Fort Erie player coming out. He's got soccer skills too. But he cannot get past the fence there. Smith now running up with him. Thomas has it. He goes across to Kura just on his back. Trying to accept that with a tough pass. Now Fort Erie looking to get it out off the glass, but that goes over and into the mesh. With a face off down to Fort Erie's end. A minute 36 left in the first. Skate. Sending it back in. Fort Erie now breaking out 3-on-2, shaping up. Dorchester coming back with numbers. Norton keeping his man to the outside. Fort Erie still have it, circling around against the boards. Now trying to cycle down low. 73 coming down for it. Carey is there. He sends it out. That gets to the point and out. He's been sending it over for his partner, but it's out of his reach. Now it's chipped up. Devine's got it. He's taking a lane towards that. How is that not a penalty? There you go. Penalty coming up here. Easy. Yeah, there you go. With that, Dorchester goes back on the power play with a minute and 1 second left in the first period. 2 minutes for clotheslining? Or what do we got? Dorchester with the puck. Going back to the point. Back over to Smith. Smith sends it down low to McCullen looking like to make it back to Smith. Does. Smith looking back down to McCullen looking to kind of get in with a shot. Does get a shot in through the keeper. Bad save and off in the corner. Johnston picks it up. He sends it back over. Caton has it. Back to the point to Smith. Smith gets one in. Nice tip out front. We'll knock that down, but Smith does knock it down at the line. Sends it over to Caton at the point. Caton down McCullen. Shot on. Fort Erie will send that the length of the ice though. Baird will get that behind the net and set it up for Smith. 20 seconds left in the first period. Time for one more rush. Caton comes across the line. Got some space. 8 seconds on the clock. You got a shot if you got it. Shoot! No time for a shot. A lot of puck control there, but not a lot of shooting. And with that, we've got the end of the first. Score tied at 0. And back underway here for the second period. Dorchester still on a 55-second power play. Yeah, puck down the zone, but Fort Erie is going to pick it up here and send it back down. Steard setting it up for Clark. Clark's got it behind the net. Wilsey bringing it across the line. Sends it back for Thomas. Thomas back down to Wilsey. Wilsey over to Candy. Gets shot in there. Now Dean gets on his horse and catches that before it hits the blue line. Thomas now with it. He sends it back over to Wilsey. Wilsey now back over. Now back on this side for Clark. Clark goes for a shot on net. Off the keeper. Off his shoulder and out of play into the Dorchester end. A little bit of tunnel vision there. But Dorchester coming away with it. Oh, nice move there. Stepping in, Candy still got it on his stick. Penalty has expired. Back to even strength. Candy still has it down in the Fort Erie end. Back to the point. Shot from the point. Onto the net. Puck still loose, just dangling around there. Fort Erie ice it. And we'll get another face-off down the Fort Erie end at 13:38 left in the second. Johnston coming in for the face-off. Dave wins it back. Norton has it shot from the point. Nobody's in front there though again. Keeper just knocks out with a pad over in the corner. Fort Erie sending it through the neutral zone. Now they get it across with some numbers. Tip it towards the net, but that's going to be knocked out by Dorchester. Colin unable to pick that one up and take it down the ice. That shot right into Norton. Now picked up out front by Caden. He sends that up in the air. That'll lob down in front of Bockert. And the Fort Erie going around their zone. Flip back in by McClellan, but that's right to a Fort Erie player. Clearly played some base. Close that one down. Nice save in tight by Stayer. Off the rebound, off the glass. Devine chasing his man down. He knocks that forward down. He'll be the first man on it. Sends it back around. Delaney's going to pick that one up. He sends it back towards the point to Clark. Clark picks it up, sends a shot in. Oh, nice play up front there. They're trying to get some bodies up front. Nobody able to interfere with the goal. He's able to hold on to that one. We're going to stop the play at 12:31. Face off down to the Fort Erie end. Delaney chasing after the Fort Erie player. That's the puck. Held at the blue line by Dorchester. Send back in. The Fort Erie now setting up. Going to get that puck down, but that's knocked down by Devine. Fort Erie defenseman now back on it again. Circling around behind his net. Thomas now getting involved in there. He's got the puck. Learned from last night. He likes to play the puck in the corner there. He's got some good ability to kill penalties. He can also do it on the 5-on-5. Puck still loose up front. Trying to get a handle on it. Get a stick. Nope. Unable to put it in. The keeper's there. Some acrobatic moves there to keep that one from going in the net. Dorchester definitely pressing. 11:52 remaining here in the second. Face off down to the Fort Erie end. Fort Erie win it. Wilsey battling his man there. Nice tip out front by Thomas. Unable to get it into the net, but got it onto the keeper. Held in at the line. Now it's sent off a shin pad. Norton comes back to send that puck in deeper. Dorchester tag up. Defenseman will pick it up behind the goal line. Looking for his teammates to open up. That's off the skate. Norton now sends it back into Wilsey in the corner. Curry now on it. He sends it back. Higher up the boards, now back in deep. Curry's now chasing after it. Wilsey going in. Curry now has it, coming up from behind the net. Little spinorama there, trying to go for a wrap. Puck is out front, still loose, still loose, still loose. How's that not in the net? Oh, it's not in the net, it's behind the net. Penalty's coming here. Curry getting called here. Interference. And with that, Fort Erie go on a 2-minute power play. All interference there. Some excellent penalty killing in last night's game. See if they can carry it into the tournament. Fort Erie win the draw. Get it back to D, go to the other side. That's off the bar and out of play. Oh, pretty close. Not close enough. That goes outside the zone for a face-off. 5 seconds kill to that penalty. But hopefully the rest of the penalty does not go that same way, because that's a little too close for comfort. Smith going to send that down the length of the ice. Dorchester wins the draw. Fort Erie player picks it up, has it behind his net. Now look for his space coming out. Johnston chasing behind that. Fort Erie get it up to the neutral zone. Now across the line. Players streaking towards the net. Players going to the corners. And not able to hold it in there was the defenseman number 4. Back on it. Sends it over 13. That's off the yellow stick. That's sniffed out by McCollum. He sends that in the Dorchester end. Or Dorchester bench. After it tips off the Fort Erie stick. So we got a face-off just outside of Fort Erie's end. Minute 25 left in the penalty to Dorchester. 10:24 left in the second. Johnson battling 91. Fort Erie come up with the puck. Johnson knows not finished battling. He's after the defenseman there with the puck. He's able to get the puck up over to his partner, and then he's able to get across ice to a streaking winger. Sends it in wide to that. Around the back, 17 has it there. 2 Fort Erie players now exchanging the puck. Johnson sniffs that out, sends it out of the zone. Down into the Fort Erie end. McClellan chasing after it, forcing the Fort Erie to turn it back up. Now he sees the player streaking in. He's way outside. Slashing penalty coming here. Slashing penalty coming to Fort Erie. Dorchester going, well, it's not a power play, but 4-on-4 hockey now. 49 seconds. Face-off comes down into the Fort Erie end. Fort Erie win the draw. Locker battling down there. Gary has it. Sends that deeper, gets in the corner. Walker now battling again in the corner. Fort Erie now looking to break it out of their zone. That misses all the connecting flights and goes for icing. 9:26 remaining here in the second. 27 seconds left in the penalty to Dorchester. Minute 39 left in the penalty to Fort Erie. Face off won back by Dorchester, where it splits the D. Clark now has it. He'll send that out, but it's right on the 40 stick. 91 has it. He's in the corner. Looking for someone to pass to. Sends it over to his partner. 17, and now they send it back out of the zone. Right past the D. Dorchester coming in for a change. They got one off for a change. Wilson stays out. There's a flyby like Tom Cruise and comes back into play. So I saw the puck was not in deep. Gary gonna scoop that one up. Now he's got some space to skate out with it. Comes back up through the neutral zone on his 2 legs, but he stays on it. Still chasing it forward. Offside apparently. Oh, must be going for a change. That's why we had some players out changing. Fort Erie gonna try to send that out. They are short-handed. They would not have been icing. Oh, there's the puck. He sends it up and over. It's there, now tipped it up for Devine. It's Caden. Devine now coming in. He goes for a shot on the keeper. The puck's bouncing in the air. It's wide behind the goal line. Caden now battling on it. Johnston comes up with it. He's got Devine out front. Nice tip. Scores! Beautiful play there by Dorchester. Should be Devine's goal. Assist first. Assist going to Johnston. Second assist to Caden. Nice play there to get on top. A little bit later in the game than one announcer would like, but at 8:13, Dorchester breaks the ice with the first goal. And now we're getting ready to resume play here. Both sides back to even strength. Fort Erie send it back out. And it's sent right back in by Dorchester. Actually, I think it may have gone on the bench. Narrowing, missing. Mr. Johnston. Should wear a cage, really. Norton now sends that into the corner. Fort Erie picking up, going behind their net, looking for a lane up. Gets to the point, but not out. Held in by Dorchester. Sox then in long range. Just off the heel of the stick there. Delaney's back on it. Felt the player coming in on him, so he moved away from him. Dorchester got back on it. The stick explodes on Norton. What are you going to give him? Like, he threw his stick after. Are you going to give, oh, you can't be, I think they might be calling him for playing with the broken stick, but he realized the stick had shattered and he threw the stick. So they're going to call him for throwing the stick. Forty now is trying to get it on it. Dorchester will touch the puck here. Interference. I would have thought they would maybe say he played with a broken stick or threw the broken stick. But I think that's why they're calling the interference, because he... I don't. What? No, but he didn't drop it, he threw it. Yeah, but I don't... Yeah. It doesn't... I get if he threw it at a player. Do not get what that happened is. Anyway, back underway. Watch the penalty killing prowess of Dorchester here. Off the boards and down the ice. Ball and pressuring here. The keeper's going to go center around, but that's off his stick. Misplayed there. McClellan's still on it. Fort Erie player comes back to help support. Johnson's now down low. Got his man down there. How? Fort Erie coming across the Dorchester line. In the back out front, Dorchester picks that up, now sends that to like the ice. Keeper comes out to play it. Penalty coming here. Cross-checking penalty. They do seem to like to call those today. Be a Fort Erie player by the door being open. With that, we'll be 4 aside for a minute 13. We got a face-off down at Fort Erie's end. 4 aside hockey. Dorchester to Fort Erie, going to get it, circle back around. Curran now chasing his man down against boards. Oh, nice move there by the Fort Erie player to get around. Gets across the line, trying to bring it out in front. Doesn't have the line to do that. Caton sends him in the end boards there. Caton now has the puck, comes off the stick. Nice save there by Stair, Lampad. Off the glass down, or off the boards down the ice. That'll go for icing. And at 5:56 left in the second, 43 seconds left before we go on to the power play. We get a face-off down to the Dorchester. Candy coming in for this draw. Wins the draw back. Clark has it. Bumped off it. Fort Erie player comes out with it. Trying to sift that out in front. Clark's now battling him. Fort Erie doing some nice sifting moves through the swap there. Now something shot off. That's off the back of the net. Pick up, trying to throw it up front. Got the D-man pinching in. Wide of the net. Scooped up there by Clark. He sends it off the boards and chipped down the line. Battling with Wilsey there and against the boards. Wilsey not battling here. Up there. Dorchester on the power play. Wouldn't know it. Fort Erie had the puck. That's going to be scooped up there. Smith now chasing, going down the ice. Looking for a lane towards the net. Goes behind the net. Looks set one up front. Nice shot there. Nice save by the keeper though. That was a good setup. Good setup. Good opportunity. Just unable to get it past the netminder. Sending it down the length of the ice. They're short-handed. So they can get away with that. I don't think it was going to go for ice. It's a perfect play later on if they're going 5-5. Smith now has it behind his net. Sends it up. Curry now sending it over to Johnson. Johnson getting the line. He blows the tire though. Did not get his skate sharper enough shot before the game. Smith now has it. He cuts back. That's off a Fort Erie skate. Johnson's now got behind the back of the net. Smith now comes up and picks that up. Back to even strength hockey. Fort Erie now pressing. Nice move there by McClellan. Regains his zone. Offside. Not sure I saw the offside. Linesman said it was, so it is. 3:57 left in the second. Dorchester up 1-0. Fort Erie now pressing. Dumped that puck in deep in the Dorchester end. Got three forwards up chasing after, one behind the net. Just misses that. Nice move there by Delaney to get that up to the neutral zone. Bacher now chasing after. He sends it up. That gets up to Delaney. Delaney's got to move in. He cuts around one man, gets it in against the end boards. Just through two Dorchester players. Might not get a stick on it. Fort Erie now break out. 93 sends the puck into the corner. Picked up behind the net and back out to the blue line. Held in by Fort Erie. Tip out front, but that's out of play. So that will go out of the end. 3:16 left in the second. We have a face-off just outside of the Dorchester. Pushed into the Dorchester end by Fort Erie. And it is Dorchester's goal scoring opportunity there and turn it back on him. Smith, or Carey now has it, coming out from behind his net. Speeding up with it. He's got some fresh wheels. Gains his zone, gets a shot off a skate. Now sending it back. That just skips past Wilsey. He chases after his man there, but he's just going to flip it into the Dorchester end now. Back out in the middle. Trying to get it over to Wilsey. He does get it there. Back to Thomas. Thomas now trying to cut towards the net. Trying to get a pass out front. Maybe that's the opportunity to go for a shot. Send back to the point. Knocked down there by Clark. Clark gets shot in. That's tipped out by wide past the keeper. Nice stick there. Nice knocked down by Thomas. Still hounding his man there. Fort Erie now coming in. Taylor picks up the puck. Goes past one man. Stayer with a save. Smith sending that up. Gets to the line but not out. Now Clark will pick it up here. He's got a high man. Just missed that pass to McClellan. Tip the right side of center. Flicks it up front. It's there. Still loose up front. Still loose. Still loose. Puck's bouncing around. It's tantalizing coast. McClellan now sending a shot off the side of the net. Minute 48. Fort Erie now trying to break out. Glove forward. It's offside anyway. Whether he touched it himself again, they were definitely offside. Now played over. McClellan's going to try to get a handle on it, but that Fort Erie player just knocked him in the neutral. Dorchester going for a change. Curry chasing a man down on the far side. Fort Erie now get it up into the neutral zone. Delaney bumping his man there. Keaton now battling number 9. Number 9's getting got ahead of steam, trying to get around him. Can't. Smith now picks that up and sends it off the glass and around. Shipped out forward there. Kerr's going to knock that one down. He makes a move though, and Delaney had just too much steam to come across the line. 55.8 seconds left in the second period. The score is still 1-0 for Dorchester. Puck was dropped there unfairly. Labeled it. Fort Erie will be out of contention to take this drop. Waving him out. Nice scramble there. Devine looking to try to send that in. Fort Erie pounding back. Now that's off the glass down in the zone. Waving it off. Fort Erie defenseman skating through. Coming across the line. Got out of steam. Coming in. Flip shot on the stair. Nice block and save there. Knocked forward. Now sending it back in. Delaney sends that in deep. Going for a change. Candy still pressing on the forward there. Sending it past. Trying to get it past Caden, but he spun around and did get it with the back of the stick. Got two players on. How is that not a penalty? Like, that is boarding. There's no point in that hit. Caden back to the bench. Face off coming outside the zone. 9 seconds left in the second period. He's got his neck guard coming off. Draw one by Dorchester, now sent into the Fort Erie, and that's off a skate and bouncing around the keeper. Loose in front, but or loose to the side of that, keeper holds on to it. Dorchester 1, Fort Erie 0. Getting ready for the start of the third period here. Fort Erie getting loud. Any more cross checks and boarding penalty. Referee sees the alignment he wants, and we're underway. Send into the Dorchester end. Terry sends that back towards the blue line, but knocked down on the offside position. So we'll get a face-off just outside. Quick draw there. What? Fort Erie's got Fort Erie now puck. Dorchester. Nice save there by Stair. Pad on that one. Now knocked off a stick. Terry has it. He comes across the line, sends it over. Thomas now trying to get that one in deeper. Kura had it on a stick. He was force-secured down by the Fort Erie forward. Fort Erie now got a man streaking up. They're going to try to set it up for him. Offside is the call. He did not get the puck in before his body. 22 comes over and hits Gary. Now the defense partner and sends it back in towards the back of the net. Wilson's battling down there. Now they're coming up the other side. Fort Erie player coming up, gets through the neutral zone, pass up to 73. 73 now trying to get in. That's sent back out in the neutral zone. 17 now sends it in on the net. Stair will just deflect that over. Now Dorchester looking to get that out. That's knocked back in by, or held in by Fort Erie. Nice move there. Now Dorchester flicking it out across the line, gonna try to get it back. Nope. Johnston picks it back up, goes through one man here. Nice flick on the keeper. Not able to direct it on that. Nice shot from the point, tipped wide. Clark battling in there in tight. Nice play there by Bacher to keep that one in. Now he gets down, gets low, gets to it. Flicked out front, but that's high. If it did hit a stick, it would have been a high stick. Fort Erie now get it across the line, looking for a shot on keeper, go wide of the net. Another ricochet all the way out in the neutral zone. Dorchester going for a change. Fort Erie already finished part of it. Now they finish their change. Stair gets that one, holds onto it. Trying to snow the goalie. Nice sportsmanlike play by 93. Let's take a number. Getting ready for the drop here. By Caden. Now they got some space here. Candy fires that one up, but it just goes past it, but it didn't even pass the defenseman for Fort Erie. Got to jump over his stick. Delaney now chasing him down. Did they get enough of that? No, it does come out. Dorchester off the tag back up. They do. Send it right back into Fort Erie's end. 12:20 remaining here in the third. Fort Erie unable to get it on their own end right now. Now going wide. Now going back across. Didn't make that work. Devine sends that one in. Backhand flip shot deep into the Fort Erie end, going for a change. Fort Erie trying to get it back out. They do get it up to neutral and now send it in deep on the Dorchester end. Got a player streaking up on the wing. It's Stanton there and bounces out front. Now it's just there loose. Down. Shot quickly upstairs. Oh, they're on the ball. Able to slip through stairs. And with that, we got a tie game at 11:44 left in the third. No replays. We're back to live action now. Erie coming in for the draw, waving them both out for some unknown reason. Player stepped in the other side so the other guys can come in. They did the same thing again, they let it play. I don't get it. Erie gained the zone, sends it wide of the net. Thomas now on it. Thomas has it in the corner. He's trying to sift the shot through, but not able to get there. Holding it was Clark. Thomas back on it. Sends it back down low for Kura. Kura back to Thomas. Thomas back down to Clark. Clark now back to Thomas. He's got Wilsey down low with him. Clark pinches in. Back down to Thomas now. He goes to flick it out. It goes over to Wilsey. Wilsey picks it up. Now he's trying to send it back up. Trying to get to Wilsey. Puck's just bouncing around there. Comes up the Fort Erie player. He's not trying to streak out of the zone, but Wilsey had come back to back check right. Oh, come on! What? Head contact. Penalty being called here. That is some penalty call. So at 10:53, Fort Erie go on to a power play. A very gypsy call there. 2-minute head contact penalty, which is garden variety, and on a play like that in a game like this, after missing the boarding and checking from behind, it's more dangerous. That gets called. The pressure there by Candy. The Fort Erie player spins around and gets down to the zone. Now he's crossed the line. Trying to cut back in on Smith. He pushes from the outside. He goes just around the back of the net like doing ringette. Back out high. We do not do the ringette. We try to keep it below the line. There are no lines here, so I get how he mixed that up. Carey now sends it over for Smith. Smith's got it. He sends it the length of the ice. Fort Erie are coming back as Dorchester goes for a change. Fort Erie now get it out of their own end. They get it up to the line over. Looking for someone to pass to. Sends it around the back of the net. Back around the other, go again. Norton now picks that one up from behind the net. Off the glass and down past the defenseman. 50 seconds left in the penalty to Dorchester. 9:44 remaining here in the third. Fort Erie gingerly skating up through the zone. That's going to be knocked in the zone by Devine. Now we're going to have Thomas here chasing that one down. How is that not? You're going to call head contact, but a cross check when he doesn't have the puck. 19 seconds left in the penalty to Dorchester. We'll see it back to even strength and they can get more pressure down to Fort Erie and get back to that. Get back to the form they were in. 5-on-5. Martin picking that one and getting that up. Now a race here. McClellan with the puck in front of him, going around. Only got one defender to beat. Sends it on to the keeper. Two blockers got over in the corner. Going to chip that up, and it's going to go right to 93 from Fort Erie. Nice play there, though. Now it's going to come back to the D and center the length of the ice. Penalty has expired. The keeper directs that over in the corner. McClellan still rushing here. Kerr is now out. Fort Erie go wide. Intent to skate around a little bit and get some space. Fort Erie able to send it over. That's going to go out of the zone though. Oh no, it isn't held in. Yes, or maybe not. Doesn't matter. Every tags up anyway and clears zone. Nice stick there. Held in by Curl. Goes for a little sifting shot. It's on the keeper. Face-off's coming outside. .805 remaining here in the third. Kerr coming up. Johnston with the draw. Goes forward. Delaney sends it in deeper. It's off the glass, around the back of the net. Delaney battling hard with his man there. Line now trying to get it out of that zone. He sends it in a little bit deeper. Now Johnston's down there too. Delaney sends that back to the point, but no one was there. I was in the one. Oh, Clark was in the zone. I guess it wasn't at the point. Maybe that's why they were able to hold it in. Right through everybody up to the Fort Erie defense. Fort Erie now turning this back around, but he's worried about the check coming from Devine. Now back across. Smith has it. He gets it up to Devine. Devine's now skating across the line with it. Nobody's streaking towards the net yet. Fort Erie now looking to get it out. And get it up in the neutral zone. 17 looking to make a run around Norton. No room there. Now going across ice. Flip pass into Thomas. Thomas staying back on it. Keaton picks that one up. Nice move. Power move back across the goalie. One way to score goals, we talked to in the last game, was to get the goalie moving. Well, no better than coming right back across the front of the net. So we got a cross-checking penalty coming here to Fort Erie after the goal is scored. So Dorchester will go on to a power play. 6:45 remaining in the game. And they'll be up on a 5-on-4 advantage here. To see if they extend the lead up to a 2-goal lead. Wilsey now has it. Good for what the team's giving him here. Goes back to the point, that's off a skate. Smith picks that up, sends it over to his partner. Caden, the goal scorer on the last one, has it. That's sent towards the keeper, but not enough muster on to get it past him. And a face off down to the 40 end. Minute 42 remaining in the power play. Sent back. Oh, Caden smart there, held up enough. Now back over to Smith. Smith with the one-timer. Right on the keeper, it's loose up front. Back to Caden. Caden over to Smith. Smith had a little bobble there, but still able to stay on top of it. Now back to Smith. Sends it back down low to Wilsey. Wilsey just have it bounce over the stick there. Thomas is now sending it over. Maybe it's back down over to Candy. Candy has it in the corner. Sends it back down low. That's Thomas with it. Thomas back to the point to Smith. Smith had a little bobble with it there, but Keaton's got it off his stick, off his skate. Sends a shot in, that's going to ricochet up and back to the point to Smith. Smith now sending it back down deep. Candy's got it. Candy looking to go in deep with that. Thomas knocked that, has control of it. Now he's going to go back over to Wilsey. Wilsey looking out front. Unable to hit a Dorchester player with it though. Fort Erie sends it deep in the Dorchester end. First Erie will set that up there. Off to Johnston, who now has it, turning back in zone, back in that pass up. Sent across by Smith to Curra. Curra now gaining the line, sends it back. Change the angle, trying to grab the net. 5:05 remaining here in the game. And 21 seconds remaining in the penalty to Fort Erie. Again, sticklers for the rules. I like it. Fort Erie with the drop. Flicked it up towards the line, but that's knocked down by Norton for a minute. Fort Erie's able to get it back across the line. Now Dorchester needs his own. Walking the lines is Johnson. He's not cutting towards the net, but he's knocked off the stick. Back to even strength, got a player streaking out. Nice play there defensively to break up that play. And now we're skating down the zone. Erie has it coming across. Got one defender between him and the goalie. He sends it past the defender and the goalie. Scrambling there. Curra has it. Sends it over to Erie. Back in his usual position on the point. Sends it across to Clark. Even strength Dorchester going for a change here. Fort Erie able to get it back out to the neutral zone around. Johnson now sends that in the length of the ice, the right side of center. Wilsey now battling down there, puck comes loose. Wilsey back on it. A little bit of battle there, glove forward by the Fort Erie player to himself. Able to get it out there.
Yeah. One more room over. You can't really see where the bubble machine is and all that. You're on the other side of that.
Face off just outside the Dorchester and Fort Erie win that and bring it into the zone. The player streaking towards the net. He's not able to get there though. And looking to try to chip it out was Delaney. Time you there with a Fort Erie player. Oh, little Dorchester and Dorchester action against the boards there. A little Fort Erie action. Turn play. You can hit my team, and I can hit my team better. We'll get it up to the point. Candy sends that back in deep to Bacher. He's going to be coming off for a change. Delaney's on it in the other far corner. Got his man down there. Fort Erie sending that back through the neutral zone with a nice little flip aerial pass. Caton sending that one up. That was a slew foot. Looked to be like he got his leg in behind his foot as he hit him. Oh, almost intercepted there by Mullen, who was skating in. Calling again, now battling hard there. Devine comes up with it. He goes towards the net. Sends a shot in, wide of the net. How did he not call a penalty on that when he gets like run in the boards and ridden in like a mule? Fort Erie now flipping it deep. The Dorchester end. Fort Erie pressing to try to tie this up. Dorchester looking to get something more here. 2 minutes left in the game. Norton has the puck. Oh, that was Candy with the puck. He sends it back over to his partner. Now he gets it back. Now tipped up. McClellan now sends that back in. That goes off a referee or a linesman, and the player is able to recover that. Now they're going to go for the high pass. That goes right through everybody. Icing. No! How is that not icing? Like, I get it's intense at the end of a game, and that's a lot more intensity when you don't call the plays you should. But you shouldn't be allowed to ice the puck just because it's late in the game. Bang back in by Fort Erie. Dorchester now getting it back up to their zone, now banging it off the boards. Down the ice, nice play here. Johnson's gonna be first on it. Got one player there, puck still up front. Now it's behind the net. Johnson's battling down low there with two guys. Sent up to the boards. Clark comes in to get that one. Now it's off the body. Wilsey there with the puck. Off the keeper and wide. Last minute to play in the game. Clark has it. He knocks it over in the corner. Johnson's going to be first man on it. Sends it up front. It's there. It's there. It's loose. Wilsey trying to get a stick on it, directed towards. Just jacked out front. Erie sending it right back in. Linesman getting in the way. The change is coming from Dorchester. Now what are we calling? What? I don't know what we got going on here now. We got Fort Erie's definitely upset at what's on there. Too many guys in the ice. Goalie came over early. That's all I can think it could be. I think they called it too many. They were going to call a penalty, but realized maybe they should have called a penalty. They weren't sure what the goalie was doing when the goalie come out. 17 professing the case. The coach is trying to profess the case on the bench. He's not hearing anything. Let's go, guys! If they keep the tendy out or put the tendy back in. Right now they don't have enough. They have 6 skaters on the ice, so it looks like they're going to keep the goalie on the bench and look to win this draw. There's a lot of pressure on the centerman to win the draw. 27.7 seconds left. There's not a lot of time to be able to. And they are. They're going with an empty net. Fort Erie wins the draw. Get it up across the blue line. Scooped up there by Devine. He sent it back, but the Fort Erie player knocked that down. Dorchester going to ice the puck. And we will get a face-off down, and they can count on the bench and see that the clock is still running. Now you got Dorchester parents yelling because they're going to hold the clock here for a second, since it takes longer to add time on. 2 seconds? I don't think that was 2. Good 1. Fort Erie now with the puck. Face off down to the Dorchester end. Ross Campbell there. Kick back towards the point. Stairs got it. Easy. How about, why don't we call that guy for just being stupid? I don't really need to say anything if the fans are going to do it for me. It's a lot of excitement. We got the guys we have out there. Says both teams. 10.4 seconds left in this one. Down in the corner. Going to be held there. Hey, how is that not? I got an idea. Let's drive him through the glass. Like, what is the definition of boarding? Or hit from behind? We're looking for another face-off win here. That could kill off the rest of the time. Fort Erie looking for a really quick play to get a snapshot on that. A little bit of a scramble. It's going towards the net, but not towards the corner there by Smith. Easy, pull it right off the bell. Told him look at the clock, look at the scoreboard. Dorchester with the opening game win against the host Fort Erie. And we'll see what game 2 has in store later on today.